Okay, capable of.
Acceptable.
Okay, now if, okay, if if you go along with their plans, that means that you are flexible.
Yeah.
And it says, I know what I'm capable of. So that is,
Flexible. Yes.
well, yes, flexible, happy, flexible, and
Realistic.
realistic, exactly, because you know what you're capable of or not capable of.
Right.
So we would say that instead of sensitive, flexible, and realistic, okay?
It's
All right?
happy, flexible, and
Yeah,
realistic.
Realistic.
yes, exactly.
Okay. In my book, I changed.
Okay, David, can you read number 2?
My friends often call me when something is worrying them. They say I'm a good listener, and I always tell them the truth. I don't like to see my friend upset or depressed.
Okay,
My answers are sympathetic, honest, and sensitive.
exactly. Sympathetic, honest, and sensitive. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, here I will write different
Different answers.
yeah, here. Okay, for example, the green one, it's the green one. The thick, it's yes, it's happy. Is what was the other?
Flexible,
Flexible,
flexible and
Flexible
realistic.
and realistic.
and realistic. Okay, very good. And the other one, the star here, this number 2,
I
it's
put it.
uh,
Sympathetic,
okay, yeah, sympathetic. Okay,
honest, and sensitive.
thank you. Now, what about the other?
I put this.
Oh, the yes, the yellow, not the yellow,
The
the
yellow.
blue arrow. Okay. Diana, can you read please number 3?
Okay. I'm pretty motivated person. I always know what I want. Once I decided to do something, I do it. I always try my hardest to achieve my goals.
Okay, very good. So it's in number 3.
Determinate.
Okay. Where is the other? Decisive,
Decisive,
determined.
determinate, and confident.
Confident.
Exactly. Confident.
Let's
Yes.
think this.
Guys, look at the pronunciation. Repeat it. Decisive,
Decisive,
Decisive.
determined,
Determined.
determined,
confident.
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 Excellent. Very good. Now look at number 4, Diana. What's the excellent? Very good. So which one would be for number 4? Well, yes, they are okay, but can you please, David, can you read the what it says, please?
What are my worst qualities? Well, I always want things that other people have. I sometimes lose my temper in stores and can't shoot it. I don't get it what I want. I guess I often do things without thinking about the consequence. My answers are jealous, aggressive, impulsive.
Exactly. Yes. Okay, very good, you guys. Excellent job on this. Okay, excellent. Now, let's move on with the next. Yes, in the next, positive or negative. Which words have positive meaning for you, and which ones have a negative meaning? Complete the chart. Come on.
Positive
Mm-hmm.
and negative.
Okay, exactly.
I think
So,
it's more easy to put this.
yeah, excellent. So, Diana, what do you have in positive?
In positive, I put motivation.
What?
Motivation,
Motivation. Where? Oh, yeah, motivation, exactly, huh?
happiness,
Yes.
honesty,
Mm-hmm.
um, determination,
Yes.
flexibility, what is it there? Realism,
Okay.
self-discipline,
Mhm.
self-discipline,
Self-discipline.
sensitive, and sympathy.
Sympathy. Okay, very good. Yes. Okay, excellent. I think they are all the ones. The others are negative, right?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, now before we go, I mean, to the next, let's everybody listen and repeat, okay? Repeat after me. Aggression,
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 anger,
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 confidence,
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 depression,
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 determination,
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 flexibility,
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 grief,
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 guilt,
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 happiness,
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 hate,
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 honesty,
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 jealousy,
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 motivation,
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 realism,
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 sadness,
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 self-discipline,
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 sensitive.
sensitive,
sensitive,
No, sorry, sensitivity,
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 shame,
shame,
aim,
sympathy,
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 worry.
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 Excellent, guys. Excellent pronunciation. Very good. Okay, now look at the other part. She must have. Guys, we're gonna speculate here, okay? Like
Oh,
yesterday.
yes.
Rewrite the sentences in parentheses. Use past modals, must have, may have, might have, or could have. Sometimes more than one answer can be possible, okay? Yes. Okay, now remember here in parentheses, we have the meaning. I bet, maybe,
Maybe
it's not possible. So
possible.
according to the meaning, you have to use the correct modal, okay? Yes, remember that yesterday we checked the meaning of each modal. And sometimes both can be possible, both or more than one can be possible. For example, look at the conversation, yes? So number one, yes, you are A, please, Diana. David, you are B.
Here's the answer. I. She must have left by now.
Do you think she's coming by bus?
I don't know. She might have decided to drive.
Mhm.
I don't think so. Her car's broken down. It was in the garage last night. She couldn't have gotten it back yet.
Exactly, yeah. Yes, very good. Decided to arrive. No, to drive, sorry.
To drive.
To drive. Mhm. Very good. And the other, excellent. David, very good.
She couldn't have gotten back.
Yeah. Oops. Wait. Couldn't have. Okay, next part, please.
Okay. A?
Yes.
Or Mr.
Same.
David is okay. Did I tell you someone robbed Dana last week and stole her purse?
How awful. She must have been scared.
Well, she was scared at first. The funny thing was she knew the thief. She went to school with him, but Dana looks really different now. He may not have recognized her.
Did she tell him that she knew him?
She might have told him. I don't really know.
Well, I hope she reported him to the police.
teacher.
Yeah, to the police.
Yes, teacher in
Police.
the before this answer is he, not she,
Oh,
because
you're right.
because don't say so it's possible he.
Oh, excellent. Thank
Notice
you.
that.
Excellent. Very good. Thanks. Thanks for that. Very good. She may not. She may not have recognized her. Very good. Okay. Now you guys. Very good. So, okay. And the last part. The last part
About
about you.
you.
Yes. So, look at number one, Diana. Your roommate overslept and missed an important meeting at work. Okay. So use the past modals to complete the sentences with possible reasons why these situations happen. So your roommate overslept and missed an important meeting at work. Come on, number one.
She could have stayed up too late the night before, or she might not have set her alarm too loud.
Exactly. David, your best friend hasn't called you in a week.
He have had a busy week.
Okay. Yes.
I put the same.
The same?
Yes, I put may have had a busy week.
Okay, very good.
The another answer. He couldn't have stayed at home.
Okay. He couldn't have stayed exactly at home. Very good. Okay. Now, number three. Diana, your grandparents forgot your birthday.
They may not have enough time.
Okay. Very good.
Have
They
enough
may
time.
not have, okay, but they may not have what is the verb that goes with time? They may not have
Gone.
no, what is the verb? What is the main verb or the principal verb? You say this, no?
Have had.
Exactly. Yes.
Had.
He may not have had time. Or no, you say enough time, right?
Yes, enough time.
Enough time to call, no? To call me, yes? Okay, now what about the other?
The other, they might have had a surprise party.
But no, they say that they forgot your birthday. I mean, they forgot your birthday. Your birthday already passed, you know?
Oh, they might have felt.
They might have what?
What is the past for feel?
They might
Felt.
have
Felt.
Felt.
Exactly.
Felt tired on the date of my birthday.
Okay, yes. Okay, very good. Yeah. For my birthday. Okay. Now, yeah, David, your sister can't find her favorite CD.
Okay, in negative form, she must not have given to someone. The another way, she could have said it anywhere.
Okay, but in the first, she must have given, no? Affirmative.
I consider negative.
Can you repeat it?
Right.
Can you repeat it? She must.
She must She must not have given to someone, or another way, she must have given to someone.
Okay, exactly, yes. Must have given to someone. Okay, yes. She must have oh, or look, instead of say given, you can say she must have lended to someone.
Lent it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's more appropriate, right? She must have
Mhm.
lended to someone. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, and the other what? Can you repeat? She could what?
Mm, the second one, it more it must be the
Could.
negative form.
She could.
Yeah.
Can you tell
No,
me?
it's impossible. It's in
In
affirmative.
positive, but
Yes, impossible.
okay, she could have said it anywhere.
Okay, she could have what?
Said,
Said it?
said it. Colocar, ¿no? Colocado en algún.
Yeah, said it.
Said
Okay,
it anywhere, en alguna parte.
anywhere. Okay, she could have said it anyway. Said it. She could have said it. She could have placed it anywhere.
Okay, place it,
Yes.
yeah, place it.
Yes, place it anywhere. Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, you guys, very good. So we're
Let's
gonna move
go.
on.
Yes.
Yes, I'm surprised that that Marco is not here.
Yes,
I,
me too.
I I don't know what happened to them. I hope they are okay.
Yeah.
I hope everything is fine with them.
Yes, and
Okay.
I think they can see the video in the class.
Oh yes, of course. Because yesterday they didn't mention anything about having problems, did they? No, right?
No.
Mm.
They didn't mention anything about problems. Yeah. I mean, sometimes they hardly disconnect from the class. I mean, they are always here. They're usually here in class. Yeah. So okay, you guys. Now, okay, now guys, we're gonna start with the speaking naturally. What speaking naturally? Lesson C,
Speaking naturally.
conversation strategy. Speaking naturally.
I think in this lesson we don't have speaking naturally.
Aha, I was like, what?
Is it because it confused for the topic? Speaking or rude people.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually in my mind. I was reading the topic. That's why maybe I said
Naturally.
speaking naturally. Yes.
Yes, like that.
Okay, you guys, very good. So guys, we're talking about behavior, right? From the unit one. I'm sorry, from the first introduction in in unit 8, we talk about behavior, the way we react or the reaction. Okay,
Yes.
maybe our reactions are inappropriate, right? And it will depend on the situation. Yes, maybe today you are fine, you're really happy, and something bad can happen to you, and you say, well, no problem, I can do it later, or no problem, I can figure this out, or no problem. But maybe other days are like, oh man, what? I mean, you have a really bad attitude. That happens, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why here, well, in lesson C, a we're going to share experiences, guys. Guys, telling personal anecdotes and talking about about past experiences are an important part of everyday conversation. Okay, look at the conversation strategy, sharing experiences. Okay, yes. Now, often the people, when you tell them something, a story, they are related to the story or experiences, right? And then you keep the conversation going to show that you to show understanding. Okay, and you create a friendly or a good atmosphere, guys, okay? Okay, so that's the conversation strategy for today. Yes. Now, so guys, look at the people over here. Come on. Yes, Diana, look at the people. Why do these people look annoyed? Don't look at the conversation. Just look at the people. Why do you think they are annoyed? Look, what are they? What are they? Are they at the office?
I think yes.
Yeah. What's this? What's this?
Elevator.
Elevator.
Ah, okay. They are at the elevator. So okay, they are at the elevator. So what do you think it happened? Why are these people annoyed? Look at their faces.
I think because we have an argument.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they had an argument. Okay. David, what about you? Look at the people. These people feel like they are annoyed, right? And this guy is like, oh my God.
I think the guy is more annoyed.
The guy.
Yes.
What about the others? And what about the others? Look,
the others, yes, it's annoyed, but I think the other is more.
Okay.
I don't know why.
All right. So, but these two people, the man and the woman here, that they are, you know, it looks like they are friends or something. Yeah. They are looking like him, like he did something that they didn't like, right?
Yes.
Maybe have that happened to you, that you want to enter the elevator and then someone enter first, but it was your turn?
No.
No? Okay, so when people are in a hurry, that's what the people do when they are in a hurry. Okay, and then you're like, my God, what's happening to you? I was here waiting for the elevator. Yes. Okay, so maybe this guy pushed these people. Okay, and look at his face. Do you think he apologized for that?
No.
No, right? Yes.
No.
And Diana, would you be annoyed too, like these people?
Yes.
Would you say something? Would you say anything?
I think I only stay annoyed. But
oh, I see. Okay.
Yes, very annoyed.
Okay, really annoyed.
Yes, because if you do anything and he didn't apologize, I think it's very bad and it's not polite.
Okay, all right, very good. Yes. Okay. So yeah, so you wouldn't say anything. What about you, David? Would you say something?
No, I would say something polite.
Okay, you would say something polite. Very good.
Yeah, I refuse the problem with the people.
You avoid.
Yeah, I avoid.
Oh.
Okay, you avoid the problem. All right, very good. Okay.
Manners.
So, okay, good, you guys, excellent. Now, look at you know, exercise A. Which person below has had an experience similar to A? Okay, for example, look at letter A. Yes. Diana, can you read it, please?
Okay. A woman on the bus today refused to move her back so I could sit down.
Imagine you are at the bus, you know, you are in the bus and there is a seat, you know, there is a seat available. But that seat, the woman that is next to the seat, she put her back. Okay. So so has that happened to you, that you want to sit down or you want to do something and then another person and another person can give it to you or allow to do to you,
I
Diana?
think no,
No.
no.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. All right. So, look at the responses. Okay. Look at the responses, guys. Yes. Which person has had an experience similar to A's? For example, letter A woman on the bus today refused to move her back so I could sit down. And look at the responses, B and C. B and C. Okay? So, which person has had the same problem as the letter A
And
or
this
C?
B.
Exactly. Can you read it?
Okay. That's happened to me last week.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we will listen to the conversation about Mara and Hall. What annoys them? Okay, what annoys them? Keep read and check the listening, please. Here it goes.
Page 80, Lesson C. Speaking of rude people. 1. Conversation strategy. Sharing experiences. A. Now listen to James and Justin. What annoys them? Hey, that guy almost knocked you over getting off the elevator.
Yeah, he acted like we were in his way.
I get so annoyed with people like that.
Me too. Like, I get upset when people push on the subway. It's so rude.
Yeah, and speaking of rude people, how about the people who stand right in front of the subway doors and won't let you get off?
Oh, I had that happen to me just last night. These guys were like totally blocking the doors. And when I tried to get past them, they were like, "What's your problem?"
That reminds me of the time I got on the subway with my grandfather, and all these people pushed ahead of him to get seats.
Isn't he like 80 years old?
Yeah, I probably should have said something, but I didn't. Page 79.
Okay.
3.
Listen one more
Page
time,
80.
please.
Lesson C. Speaking of rude people. 1. Conversation strategy. Sharing experiences. A. Now listen to James and Justin. What annoys them? Hey, that guy almost knocked you over getting off the elevator.
Yeah, he acted like we were in his way.
I get so annoyed with people like that.
Me too. Like, I get upset when people push on the subway. It's so rude.
Yeah, and speaking of rude people, how about the people who stand right in front of the subway doors and won't let you get off?
Oh, I had that happen to me just last night. These guys were like totally blocking the doors. And when I tried to get past them, they were like, "What's your problem?"
That reminds me of the time I got on the subway with my grandfather, and all these people pushed ahead of him to get seats.
Isn't he like 80 years old?
Yeah, I probably should have said something, but I didn't. Page 79. 3.
Okay, you guys. So we got different people in the listening, but the conversation was, I guess, totally the same. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Mara and Hall. So did you notice the problems that they had? Did you notice what annoys them?
Yes.
For
I think
example.
those things.
Okay. All
I
right, very
think
good.
they annoy with people like that.
He acted like we were on his way. Okay. Okay, very good. So Mara and Hall get annoyed when people are rude and pushy, right?
Oh, yes.
When people are rude and pushy, because they are usually, you know, they give examples like in the subway, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right, now can we just practice a conversation, please? Okay. So Diana, you start. You're Mara and David, you're Hall. Come on.
Hey, that guy almost noted you over getting off the elevator.
Elevator.
Elevator. Yes, elevator.
Yeah, he acted like we were in his way.
I get so annoyed with people like that.
Me too. Like I get upset when people push on the subway. It's so rude.
Yeah, and speaking of rude people, how about the people who stand right in front of the subway doors and won't let you get up?
Oh, I had that happen to me just last night. These guys were like totally blocking the doors. And when I tried to get past them, they were like, "What's your problem?"
That remind me of the time I got on the subway with my grandfather, and all these people push ahead of him to get seats.
Isn't he like 80 years old?
Yeah, I probably should have said something, but I didn't.
Okay, can you change roles, please?
Okay. Hey, that guy almost knocked you over getting off the elevator.
Yeah, he acted like we were in his way.
I get so annoyed with people like that.
Me too, like I get upset when people push on the subway.
Yeah. And speaking of rude people, how about the people who stand right in front of the subway doors and won't let you get off?
Oh, I had that happen to me just last night. These guys were like totally blocking me the doors, and when I tried to get past them, they were like, "What's your problem?"
That reminds me of the time I got on the subway with my grandfather, and all these people pushed ahead of him to get seats.
Isn't he like 18, 18 years old?
Yeah, I probably should have said something, but I didn't.
Okay. So can you repeat the age?
Oh yes, it's 80.
Exactly. Very
Because
good.
I pronounced it about 18.
Exactly.
80.
It looked like 18. Yeah, it sounds like it
Yes,
sounded
I
like
know.
18. Yes, it's okay. Very good. So guys, look at the notice, please. Notice how Mara and Hall use expressions like this to share their experiences. Yes. So look at expressions, right? Yes. So can you read them, Diana, please?
Okay. I had that happen to me. That happened to me. I had a similar experience. That experience remind me of. That's like speaking of.
Okay, speaking of, very good. Now, can you find examples in the conversation?
I think in Mara, and she said speaking of root.
Exactly. Speaking of rude people, yes.
I
Okay.
had that happen. That happened to me. I think it's how.
Okay, that happened to me.
That's remind me.
That reminds me exactly. Yes.
And then not others.
Actually, that's all the experience. What about and also this one,
What about the
the experience.
oh yes.
Okay. Very good, you guys. Excellent. So, okay, we got the expressions over here. Okay, so what I need you to do now, guys, it says match the comments and the responses. Okay, Now remember to read all the comments and all the responses before you begin. Okay? Yes. Match the comments and the responses. First, read them. Okay? Or if you want to try the first, for example, can you read it, David? Number 1.
I complained about the service in a restaurant once and the waiter got really angry.
Okay, so we have to read first everything. Okay, for example, in this case, which one would you think would be the correct? Okay, so for example, look, when you do that, you have to look at the keywords. I complain about a service restaurant and the waiter got really angry. So in what other response talks about complaining to a place?
I think it's letter C.
Exactly.
Had a similar experience with a
Okay.
salesperson in a department store.
Exactly. Here is the waiter in number 1, and here is the salesperson in a restaurant and in a department store. So read all of them, okay? Please read and then match. Use the clues and match them, okay? Come on.
Okay.
Finish.
Okay, excellent. Very good.
Okay.
Finish. Very good, very good. Okay, now, yes, can you continue, David, with number 2?
At the movie last night, the people behind me were talking the whole time. It was so rude. My answer is letter D. Speaking of rude people, what about the ones who leave their cell phone on?
Exactly, that's letter D. Number 3. Diana, please.
Okay. This woman yelled at me for queuing in line at the bank. I didn't even realize there was a line. The answer is letter B. I had that happen to me too. I couldn't tell if there were 4 lines or just one.
Excellent. The last one, please, David.
Okay. I used to have this friend who was late every time we met for dinner. It drove me crazy. The answer is letter A. That's like my brother-in-law. He's never on time and he never apologizes.
Exactly, very good. That would be letter A, yes. Now, look at letter C, you guys. I want you to think about experiences, okay? Yes, like this. For example, guys, what could happen at a restaurant to annoy you? What could happen? Come on. For example, here it says, I complained about the service in a restaurant once and the waiter got really angry. What other things can you be annoyed about the restaurant? Give me ideas, come on. For example, you can complain about the service.
Okay.
What else?
The waiter is very slow.
Waiter, okay. Waiter is slow. What else? What about the food?
Okay.
Receptionist.
Maybe the food is cold, right?
Yeah, the food is cold.
Diana, what do you say?
I say about the receptionist.
Receptionist at a restaurant?
Yes.
No, in
Or I
the
figured about other thing. I don't know.
we're talking about the restaurant. Well, it's not the receptionist, it's the host or the hostess.
Okay.
The one that receives you in a restaurant is the host or the hostess.
Host
Mhm.
is a bit rude.
Okay. Let's say rude host. Huh?
Mhm.
What else?
Um,
For example, when you are waiting in a line, has that happened to you that you have to wait? You have to wait because there is a line. There are people that want to eat in the same place.
um,
Yeah,
no.
Okay.
it's terrible. Have to spend a lot of time.
Yeah. I guess in Mexico City, right? That happens, David.
Yeah,
Restaurants, right?
the at the Toño's house.
Tonia's house. There is one that I remember. Oh, I had to wait like 30 minutes or more because there
Yeah.
were a lot of people. The restaurant is well, one churros restaurant is El Moro
Mm,
in Mexico because we went to Mexico. Well, it was like 2 years ago. We went in December.
mhm.
And there was a lot of people making a line. Imagine that. El
Yeah.
Moro. What was the other? El Port. No, El Portón. No. Uh, oh my God, I
The
don't remember.
wings,
The Queens.
alas, wings.
The wings. The wings. Okay, okay, okay.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I don't remember but yeah, I mean, you have to wait like a lot of time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm asking my wife because she knows the name. I had it here in the tip of my mouth. I had it here in the tip of my mouth, but I totally forgot.
Mhm.
Yes, guys, the restaurant is El Popular.
Um,
El Popular. I mean, they were like in the hotel where we stay. There were like 3 restaurants El Popular around the block. Okay. And all of the 3 restaurants, you have to wait in the mornings. I mean, for breakfast. Yes, you have
oh,
to wait because there were people. I mean, lining the people. I was like, oh my God! I told my wife, really? Do you want me to? Do you really want me to like stand here like in the line and wait for 30 minutes? Let's go for the tacos. Let's go for the garnachas. Let's go for I mean, let's go for everything. In the street, there are a lot of food.
tamales.
Tamales, a lot of
A
things.
lot
I
of
was like,
food.
really?
Gorditas.
Yes. I was like, really? Do you want me to stay here in line like for 30, 40 minutes? No way. And well, since we don't usually eat on the streets in Mexico, I mean, here we eat it because we know the places, Yes,
Yes.
because we know the places. But in a new city, well, it's not like easy peasy, right? I mean, you have to check the places. Okay, so come on, guys. Let's everybody. Yeah, can you tell me your experience? Come on. For example, I was at a restaurant today, and or I was in the movies. Okay, oh, the movies. People who have their cell phones, and they talk inside the movie, like we're watching a movie and they are talking. Yes. Okay. So, or maybe you have a friend or someone that is always late. What can you tell me about it? Come on, think of an experience.
Experience about it.
Yes, experiences about it. Maybe you have maybe out of the 4 experiences, maybe you have one, or think about another one. I mean, it can be yes, it's an unpleasant experience. Okay.
Okay.
Think about when you go to Aurrera, when you go to a shopping mall, when you want to buy something and then the other person buys that thing before you.
Oh no, I remember one.
Yes.
I have a friend, and she told me, what about if you go to my house on Saturday?
Okay.
And I tell you, okay, but my father can't or couldn't let me how do we say,
Let you go.
no, yes, let you go. And she told him, and then he said yes, but
Oh.
only if my friend go to the school, because my father worked in the school, and well, I waiting in the school, and her parents about my friend, she go to the school, and then I go with my friend in her car.
Okay.
But I wait and I wait and I wait a lot of,
yeah, you waited.
a lot of time, and finally I sent a message. She don't respond. I call her, nothing. And when finally she told me her parents don't go out.
Didn't.
Good. Yes.
Didn't go.
Didn't go. And I said, really?
And you were at the school?
Yes. On Saturday.
No way.
Yes, and finally she canceled the plan. And I think, really?
That's too bad.
Yes.
That's too bad. Oh my God. Yeah, well, that happens, right? I bet you were really annoyed, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, David? Do you have like something similar to Diana or anything?
Yeah, similar in my family. One of my sons is always very late.
Okay.
And the other parents make us crazy, that situation.
But did you have a meeting or what happened? I didn't get it. Can you repeat?
Yeah, we usually met for dinner.
Okay. You meet with your son, with your family.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he is always late.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay.
But we can say, help us, our God.
Okay, he's always late when there's like a family reunion, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's terrible, but
oh my God. Yeah, I know that feels like like, like, like you are annoyed. Yes.
Yeah.
It drives you crazy, right? Like in number 4. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay, you guys.
Mhm.
Very good. Okay, now, okay, guys, we're gonna move on to the next page, and look at the strategy plus. Okay, strategy plus. Now, okay, look at the expressions, right? He acted like we were on. Can you read the expressions, Diana, please?
Okay. Uh, to say something it's similar, he acted like we were in his way. To highlight something, they were like totally blocking the doors. And to mean other things, including the verb like, say approximately, isn't he like 80 years old? To report what someone said, they were like, what's your problem? And the last one, to give an example, like I get upset.
Okay. Yes. All right. Very good. So, guys, here we see the uses of the word like. Yes. Okay. So, uh, look at the chart. This is a pie chart. Okay. This is a pie chart. Yes. So, look at the different uses you have over there. Now, notice that these uses of like, yes, are for informal conversations. Okay, informal conversations. Look at the information over there, guys. Okay, and yeah, to say something similar, 34 people say that. I mean, use like for say something similar. He acted like. After the verb, you have the word like. Yes. So, okay. Now, what about the others? They were like. Yes. With the verb be, after the verb be, you use like. Okay.
Like,
Yes.
mhm.
Okay. Now, what else? For example, here, uh, approximately, yes. Isn't he like 80 years old? Isn't he like 70? Okay, yes. So here is used like a preposition, okay? And we have different uses. To give an example, like I get upset, okay? Like I get upset when people push on the subway, yes? So, okay, you guys, now look at the in conversation. Can you read it, Diana, please?
Okay.
Yeah, in
It's
conversation.
one of the top 15 words. It is about 6 times more frequent in conversation than in writing.
Okay, so is one of the top 15 words. Imagine that, okay? Yes. So, and it's more common in speaking than in writing, okay? Yes. So, guys, here, I would like you to check this exercise. Yes, it says, um, okay, read what Ami says, guys, about a friend. Use like to replace the underlined words and add other words you need, okay? Yes. So, can you complete the task, you guys? I have this friend Justin who's very emotional. For example, and the word is like. Okay, like 1 minute he's laughing and the next minute he's okay. So come on, can you continue, please? Can you use like to replace the underlined word and add other words you need? Okay, come on. All right. David, can you read the paragraph, please? I
have this friend, Justin, who's very emotional. Like 1 minute he's laughing and the next minute he's, I have to change.
no,
Can
you
you
have to
believe?
put like. You have to put like. And the next minute he is
Instead,
like.
can you believe this?
No, no, no. The underlying words, we have to change them for the word like.
Okay. And the next minute he's like totally depressed. Some little things happens and he says like, I'm so upset. I guess he's like too sensitive. Actually, he's like me. Maybe that's why we get along. We've been friends for like 10 years.
Exactly, yes. So the things that you have to add, it's here, for example, yes? It says he says. So instead of saying he says, you say he's like, okay? Yes, he's like. So you have to put like here and put the apostrophe and the S when it says he, okay?
Okay.
Yes, and the next, I guess he's like too sensitive, okay? Okay, he's like me, okay? And the other for about like 10 years, All right. So you guys, very good. Now, remember that here we are replacing the meaning. Okay, the meaning. Yes. For example, here the word for example. The word for example is replaced for the word like because we use like to give an example. Okay. Yes. So
Okay.
now look at letter B, you guys. So listen to Amy. Okay. What else Amy says? Mark the places where she uses the word like with this symbol. Okay. How is she using like in each case? For example, look, you have to make a symbol. Okay. You have to make a symbol like this symbol. Okay. The one that is here. When he uses the word like. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay.
Whenever you listen the word like, put the symbol, okay, in the text.
Okay.
Yes, David?
Okay.
So here we go. Wait.
Page 81. 3. Listening. Similar experiences. A. Listen to two people talk about their experiences with taxi cabs. Number the incidents in the order you hear them. Page 81. 2. Strategy plus. Like. B. Listen to what else Amy says. Mark the places where she uses the word like with this symbol. How is she using like in each case?
Anyway, she gets upset easily. Like, she gets hurt if you don't call her back, like, right away. And then she worries that she must have said something wrong. So she, like, calls and apologizes. And I'm like, what are you talking about? But she's sensitive in a good way, too. Like, when I'm upset, she's always sympathetic. She'll spend, like, 2 hours listening to my problems.
Page 81. 2. Strategy plus. Like. A.
Here we go.
Read what Amy says about a friend. Use like. Page 81. 2. Strategy plus. Like. B. Listen to what else Amy says. Mark the places where she uses the word like with this symbol. How is she using like in each case?
Anyway, she gets upset easily. Like, she gets hurt if you don't call her back, like, right away. And then she worries that she must have said something wrong. So she, like, calls and apologizes. And I'm like, what are you talking about? But she's sensitive in a good way, too. Like, when I'm upset, she's always sympathetic. She'll spend, like, 2 hours listening to my problems.
Page 81. 2. Strategy plus.
It's okay, guys. So do you want me to repeat that again?
For me, it's okay.
I catch 3 lights.
I catch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5.
Oh, okay. Again, please. Then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there are more than 5. Listen
4.
up.
Oh.
Yeah, there are more
Let
than
me check
5.
again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I only have 5.
Okay. All right. So let's listen one more time. Okay, here it goes.
Okay.
Page 81. 2. Strategy plus. Like.
Yeah.
B. Listen to what else Amy says. Mark the places where she uses the word like with this symbol. How is she using like in each case?
Anyway, she gets upset easily. Like, she gets hurt if you don't call her back, like, right away. And then she worries that she must have said something wrong. So she, like, calls and apologizes. And I'm like, what are you talking about? But she's sensitive in a good way, too. Like, when I'm upset, she's always sympathetic. She'll spend, like, 2 hours listening to my problems.
Page 81.
Okay, let's check, you guys. Come on. Okay, Diana, can you read it? You got most of them.
Okay. Anyways, he gets upset easily. Uh, his, his likes hurt if you don't call him back right away. And then he worries that he must have said something wrong. So he like and apologize and I like, what are you talking about? But he's sensitive in a good way to like when I upset. He's like always sympathetic and spent like 2 hours listening to my problems.
Okay.
Like that.
Him back. Okay. Like he gets hurt if you don't call him back.
And apologize.
Like right away. Like right away.
Oh, in this case, I think like right away.
So he like calls.
Like
He
call
like calls and
and
apologize.
apologize. And I like say, what are you talking about?
Exactly. And I'm like, no, they say no. You say just I'm like.
Okay, I'm like.
Yeah, you replace I say for I'm like. I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay.
Yes.
So you replace the I say for I'm like. Yes. What are you talking about? Okay.
But he's sensitive in a good way too. Like when I upset, I listen
Exactly.
pretty.
Yes. Like when I get upset.
Like when I get upset. He's like always sympathetic.
He's
No, I think he's not.
like an upset. He'll spend like.
Yes, he'll spend like 2 hours listening to my problems.
Okay. Okay. So, guys, for example, look at this part. Like he gets hurt. Like he gets hurt is what is it? An example? Highlight? To report? What is it? What do you think?
Highlight something.
Okay. Like he gets hurt. That's an example, no? Anyway, he gets upset easily. And he gives example, like he gets hurt.
Oh, yes.
Now, like right away. Like right away.
I think something is similar.
No.
No. No
That's
way.
to highlight.
Okay, that's all.
Call him back like right away. So you are highlighting.
Okay,
Yeah, the action.
okay.
He like calls and apologizes, also to highlight. Okay.
Yes.
And the other, I'm like?
To report what someone said.
Exactly, to report. Very good. And the other, like when I am upset, is very similar to number one.
Oh, yes. What is number one?
Like example.
An example, yes. Now, spend like 2 hours.
To say approximately.
Exactly, approximately. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, you guys, very good. So, now let's go to the last exercise, please. Similar experiences, okay? Okay. Okay, so here we go. I will repeat it twice, okay?
Okay.
It says, listen to two people talk about their experiences with taxi cabs. Number the incidents in the order you hear them. So look at the incidents, okay? Can you answer the questions? So here we go. Here.
Page 81. 3. Listening.
Similar experiences. A. Listen to two people talk about their experiences with taxi cabs. Number the incidents in the order you hear them. Can you answer the questions?
Last night, I ended up taking a cab home, and the cab driver was making rude remarks the whole time because we'd given him the wrong directions. And then I go to give him money to pay, and I give him $6. The fare was $5.90, and he said, haven't you forgotten something? And I was like, no, but I think you have. You owe me like 10 cents. And because he was like that, I didn't give him a tip. But you know what? He wouldn't give me my change. So I got out of the car and I said, I'm going to take your number. I'm going to report you.
So did you report him?
Yeah. I mean, I know it was only 10 cents, but still.
Well, speaking of rude cab drivers, I had a similar experience one time. I'd called for a cab to come at like 7:30, and so at 7:30, I went out and got in. And the cab driver said he was going to charge me extra because he'd arrived early and he had the meter on while he was waiting for me. For like 10 minutes. I mean, he came early. And I was like, no way, mister. I'm not paying extra because you came early.
What did he say? Did he refuse to take you?
No. We had a big argument, but in the end, he took me.
Well, how about the ones who drive really badly? I was in a cab once, and the cab driver was on his cell phone, and he wasn't paying attention, and he jumped the curb. We were driving on the sidewalk. My heart was in my throat. I've never been so scared. I mean, I really thought we were going to hit something. And I asked him to get off the phone, and he said, "Why? What's the matter?" I said, "Well, we were just driving on the sidewalk a second ago in case you didn't notice."
That's like a cab ride I had once. The guy drove at like 90 the whole way. Incredibly fast. I was so scared.
Don't you just hate that? That reminds me of the time I was going to work, and I'd taken a cab because my car had broken down, and this cab driver hit another car. I mean, he just ran into the car in front of us.
Oh no, that's awful. Were you hurt?
Luckily, no. But as soon as he stopped, I got out and said I was going to find another cab. And then he tried to charge me the fare.
No way. That's amazing.
Page 81. 2. Strategy plus.
Okay, so listen one more time and pay attention if you can answer to the questions. Okay, they answer your questions, okay? Here we go.
Page 81. 3. Listening. Similar experiences. A. Listen to two people talk about their experiences with taxi cabs. Number the incidents in the order you hear them. Can you answer the questions?
Last night, I ended up taking a cab home, and the cab driver was making rude remarks the whole time because we'd given him the wrong directions. And then I go to give him money to pay, and I give him $6. The fare was $5.90, and he said, haven't you forgotten something? And I was like, no, but I think you have. You owe me like 10 cents. And because he was like that, I didn't give him a tip. But you know what? He wouldn't give me my change. So I got out of the car and I said, I'm going to take your number. I'm going to report you.
So did you report him?
Yeah. I mean, I know it was only 10 cents, but still.
Well, speaking of rude cab drivers, I had a similar experience one time. I'd called for a cab to come at like 7:30, and so at 7:30, I went out and got in. And the cab driver said he was going to charge me extra because he'd arrived early and he had the meter on while he was waiting for me. For like 10 minutes. I mean, he came early. And I was like, no way, mister. I'm not paying extra because you came early.
What did he say? Did he refuse to take you?
No, we had a big argument, but in the end, he took me.
Well, how about the ones who drive really badly? I was in a cab once, and the cab driver was on his cell phone, and he wasn't paying attention, and he jumped the curb. We were driving on the sidewalk. My heart was in my throat. I've never been so scared. I mean, I really thought we were going to hit something. And I asked him to get off the phone, and he said, "Why? What's the matter?" I said, "Well, we were just driving on the sidewalk a second ago in case you didn't notice."
That's like a cab ride I had once. The guy drove at like 90 the whole way. Incredibly fast. I was so scared.
Don't you just hate that? That reminds me of the time I was going to work, and I'd taken a cab because my car had broken down, and this cab driver hit another car. I mean, he just ran into the car in front of us.
Oh no, that's awful. Were you hurt?
Luckily, no. But as soon as he stopped, I got out and said I was going to find another cab. And then he tried to charge me the fare.
No way. That's amazing.
Page 81. 2. Strategy plus.
All right, guys, so look at the numbers. Come on, which one is number 1?
The last,
Number 2?
the second,
Second square. Number 3?
the three,
And the 4th is
the first.
the first square. Okay, excellent. Now, here in number 1, the cab driver refused to give change. How much should he have given?
10 cents.
10 cents.
Exactly, yes, 10 cents. Very good. Now, number 2, Diana, can you read it?
Okay. The cab driver want to charge extra. Why?
Why? Why should he wanted to charge extra?
Because the cab driver says he's early, and it's not true because he's late, I think, for 10 minutes.
He arrived 10 minutes earlier. So the taxi driver arrived before. Exactly. Yes, David, number 3.
The cab driver was talking on the phone. What happened as a result?
They say that he jumped.
He jumped the curb.
He jumped the car.
He jumped the curb.
Yes, so yes, he jumped the car. So yes, Diana, the last one, please.
A car driver hit a car in front of him. In this case, I can listen.
Okay, so what happened, guys? The cab driver hit the car in front of him. So the answer to the question is, what happened next? Like, was the passenger happy? All right. So so you can say that he
was upset. He got upset.
Okay. So first he got out of the car, right?
Yeah.
And what did the driver do?
Here's the fate.
Exactly. The driver tried to charge him the fare. Exactly. Yes, the fare, which is the amount of money he was going to pay. Yes. Excellent, you guys. Very good. Okay, guys. Very good. So we're finished for today. Diana, what did we practice today?
We practice about the different meanings about to use like.
Exactly. Different uses of like. Can you tell me one use of like, please?
To say approximately,
Okay.
Similar to something, highlight something.
Okay.
For example,
Huh?
I think the only, and to report.
To report. Exactly. Yes. To give an example. Exactly. Okay. Excellent, you guys. Very good. So, okay, guys, we're gonna stop here. And you know the homework? Yes.
62 and 63.
50 or 60?
60.
Okay, 62 and 63. Very good. Okay, so guys, we're gonna stop here. I hope that Mr. Marcos joins tomorrow. Okay. And well, anyways, guys, so I will see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening, okay?
Yes.
Take care,
Okay,
okay?
see you.
See you.
Bye, guys. See you, everybody.